finally?
Kennen.
Do we get to see it? Yes, we do. We've been waiting for this, and I know you, amongst other top laners, are telling me that this pick right now is pretty damn busted.
Yeah, I think Kennen's really strong right now. Good matchup into Rumble. You get
away from the Justice Punch, and now that Jun and Razork are here, they're looking to contest, but they're going to be late to the show. Dredgeline at least comes through. Hilly is going to bellows breath, but he's going to get double knocked up and sent backwards. Close to dying. His Humanoid Justice punches over. Cooks' video is going to distort in. There's not enough damage to kill Razork yet as Kazi backs up, but for this trade, Lince is now level 6 as well, by the way. Is the Equalizer going to be used?
Yeah.
It doesn't really hit much, and now it's baited in. Lince is here for the reset, which should come so damn easy. Oscar in with no hope as the stun doesn't connect, though. Oscar holding on to Flash. He burns it, but there it's matched. Lince gets first blood, nevertheless.
I think he was holding Flash for that ultimate from Lince, but instead he just Flash auto attack, so the Flash wouldn't save him in that position. But you could see the gank setup there was the Equalizer missed. The cannon minion is
response play is going to come through. Hilly is getting sharded up. There's the ulti from Razork as well. The Ornn taking a while to die. No one gets the hit, but he's out of range. But I mean, to be fair, it just shows the quality of this player. I mean, for Vitality again,
the ulti can be so oppressive. As Lince
sneaky, blast cone, pinky. Heartbreaker there, he's still going to root it up. Depth charge means the play continues. Meanwhile, top laners are fighting it out, but look at Lince, he's just dead. Humanoid picks up the kill as now Photon goes up towards his top side and Oscar Renin gets a push in. Down bottom as Call the Fortress comes through. Shoot time, it's hit onto Noah, but now TP play. Hilly doesn't have his jungler nearby. Why are they looking for a 2v2, you might ask? Me too. Justice Punch comes through and even with the shield of Durand, Hilly is not going to be in trouble. He survives for now, but it is an Ornn ult that is down for the next minute.
Yeah, really interesting. Now the Fnatic are winning both sides, right? This largely goes unpunished. Usually what happens is you make a play down bot side and the enemy take a play up top side, right? Yep. So the grub's secure. But now they get grubs and make a play down bot.
I'm surprised. There's a lot of setting up, isn't there? But there's not a lot of like moving to the play itself.
I don't think Vitality want to fight at the moment because I feel like, oh, there's the TP.
Okay, never mind. They want to fight, but meanwhile the 1v1 almost happens. The center ulti flies through. Hilly's now the new turn once again. Oscar is still in the danger zone. The Equalizer burns him down. There's so many members down here trying to commit for it as the Heartbreaker is flashed away from an Oscar and is trying to do-si-do out, but Lince just stops him. Meanwhile, it's definitely not going to be a defender turret.
No, it's gone, it's gone.
You know, this is what I just said, Aragon. I'm like, man, Aphelios with 4 grubs is also really nice, as meanwhile there's a playthrough mid. Teleport going to be burned out. Humanoid has to get out of here now as Kazi also gets a root down. Video helps out. Hilly is going to burn him. He flashes, but to his death. Kazi picks up the kill. Now mid is under threat as well. And even though topside turret goes down first, Dragon goes to fight around the Rift Herald. Aragon, I think we're going to fight around the Herald.
Yeah, Kennen does have Flash if he makes it up in time, but the Herald might be dying a little too fast.
I'm waiting for the grand entrance from Humanoid as he walks in. He's now level 11. Herald's patience is wearing thin as Lince comes in for the steal, but unsuccessful. I now zoned away as the Shield of Durand zones. Justice Punch out, but Call the Forge God is a train that misses its stop. Photon now looking to run in. He altered melee range and he actually finds 2 for the stun, but Vitality, it ain't clean in that Equalizer. It's bloody brilliant. Oscar Renin flies on in and is cooking him up for breakfast. I'll take this one to go, thank you. As Razor looks to the dive in himself, the hero's entrance separates and tears him through as Noah has got his own stop. I want a refund. I didn't get the train. I didn't get on it whatsoever, and I want my money back. Hilly is going to have to gear up because he's eventually going to die or at least get executed.
I mean, it's an absolute disaster coming in for Vitality here. The fight doesn't connect. Crucially, Photon with the flash doesn't find the engage because there's a disengage of some sort. I think it was...
Humanoid just going to be tackling down here. Do you remember at the start of today before we got on show? As Humanoid picks that up, we talked to Forge God. Noah, is he
does have Flash.
I mean, Kazi does a little bit of damage. A searing charge, he does flash away, but now Hilly is in the middle of nowhere. No Bellows Breath means step charge connects nicely. He flashes regardless as Oscar burns him down. He'll like, I guess, in core.
Yeah. And I think Fnatic have done a really good job of using grubs, because what you're supposed to do with grubs is snowball so that you can test the 3rd dragon that the enemy team has been spawning.
Oh, hang on. Kick out again. Kazi might be in trouble. The shield is now down, and Humanoid's on him like a rock. He can't move. Noah picks up the kill exactly where you want the goal to go as he finally picks up his first, and Dragon's up. Vitality had this stacking up, but it feels like Fnatic had their choice to take it away.
Yeah, Vitality are going to have to cross-mat now up top side.
I'm asking you a question. I mean, will the Galio be able to be killed? You know, I guess you got a lot of, you got burst that comes through on this team, but now with the Mountain Dragon and a Soul on the way, in a very long time, Fnatic, those stats are going to start meaning more and more. That TP coming in, you cringed a little bit. You were not happy with that teleport, were you?
Yeah, it just feels like they're trying to force plays like here and there, you know, with
the answer was no.
Little rhyme or reason.
Like this, I mean, Hilly caught out Searing Charge there onto Noah. Photon far away. There's the center ulti as well. Video is denied. Razork with the cool moves as the depth charge is even cooler. Video caught out Photon with the great ulti, but again, Exhaust was saved. It counters this little rat who's from an electric land.
Winning again.
I mean, now even mid going to be falling down too. This opens up the map so much. Moves to a 3k gold. Vitality, times are wasting. Poke is there. Jun's zoning off. All they need is Noah. He is the savior, remember. As Jun now dredge lines in the equalizer, perfect. Linces can't play the game. He's not unstoppable for long, and Baron held on for the time being. Call the Forge God at a numbers disadvantage now as Jun's the new target. At least they get the engagement. Baron's about to drop. Razork, wow! Just the most flippant feels like him with a LeBlanc's distortion. I can't believe Razork almost lost the Baron.
49 HP, that was close versus no jungler.
Yep.
But it just feels like Vitality, every single play needs to be coordinated because your whole point of your composition is to single target burst to secure a Viego reset. But they just aren't. They don't have the damage to secure those resets.
I think this could be in. Teleport's coming in, and guess what? It's humanoid, and in AoE land, he's going to be in heaven right now. Kazi and Hill are saying on the way out, and with the hero's entrance to follow up any kind of play, no blast going to get Vitality out of dodge. Kazi is about to die. Hilly might survive for now, but...
It's a small poke trade onto Noah, and they eventually get him down low enough that Kennen can find some kind of crazy flank, but again, it's so difficult to play, and Linces, they need that reset.
They really do. Again, they haven't found it all game long. The equalizer zoning out. Kazi now in a lot of trouble. He's got no saving grace as Hilly tries to step in his way, but Noah picks him up before he can do anything else. To call the Forge God. He's going to ram and jam, but the hero's entrance just comes in with a big bam, and Humanoid says no again. 4 members of Vitality left standing, and with Baron at almost 25 minutes, this could be the cleanest game, the cleanest end we've seen in the LEC at the start of the split so far. As Jun takes up a turret shot, maybe I spoke you members. You need to be James Bond for Video to do anything, and at least they're getting the Mountain Dragon, denying it, but he's going to be coming up and with the gun choice for Noah with the range. That's it. We love our turrets falling as 7,000 gold now on the charge. You look at Video, he's not here. Fnatic just going to keep pushing in.
Yeah, no teleport flank either.
Call the Forge God going to miss as well. And that equalizer once again burning down the zone control. Insane from Fnatic. Hilly's dead. His ulti didn't achieve anything as they re-engage, and Video has to run away. Kazi unable to play the game. He had a good soul. There's a lot of questions as Fnatic look to seal the deal now through the mid lane there, dotting the I's, crossing the T's, putting the weird dots over the U's that they have in Germany. I think it's ooh, how you sound it as ooh indeed. Hylissang is now dead. Goodbye to the support once more. 0 and 6, he's had a roughie. But I think Vitality as a unit will have to think about this one. Flash shield of Durant over the equalizer. Photon's ult not even given a chance to shine again. Jun saves the exhaust for the electric rat, as at least giving a reset over to Linces something, but the hero's entrance and exit now sends Vitality packing. We ask, can Vitality finally get themselves on the board? But when you are faced with an adversary like Fnatic, it's a firm no. A 3-0 finish to their first week of LEC summer. Fnatic are sitting high.
And I've got to... It's rough. I think... Oh, this is it. I mean, this is two sides of the same coin. It's the same, exact same champ.
Just less rage.
Yeah, I think both champions suffer from the weakness that they can be set up on by LeBlanc and the chain set up early, and Vi can potentially find some ganks onto their Zir.
Down here, but they're going to continue on because jungle camps are now spawned, and Juhan is zoned out a little bit as SK might have to think about this a little bit more. Jackie's is coming in. There's a flash away from Luon. They're still thinking about it, even with Jackie's hovering, but the ignite as it goes down, Isma tries to get his way. He doesn't.
Okay, it's pushing into their lane, and it's really not going to be a great trade for Patrick. Now, that looks like a dead Zeri on my screen.
Oh, it does indeed. Does it look like a dead Niski to you as well? Here he is, the Antonio making the gank known. First blood going to be given over, and it's the Antonio who picks it up, second, of course. But a second kill over to Giant X.
And it's just from Royal laning 1 versus 1. Jackie still has
in, giving access for Juhan to take the ever-so-loved grubs that you keep hyping up.
Prior mid-top with that LeBlanc and that Rumble-winning lane, going to secure these grubs over. Now, no cross-map play for SK either, because Ignar is not needed on those grubs because the lanes are winning so hard. He's going to be able to shadow any play down bot side, and Isma, he's not going to be able to do anything in response.
Just Arctic Assault's out of there before he gets caught out. And just quickly note again what you said, Rahel and Luon had the wave in a good...
Instead of contesting these grubs, trying to find some sort of dive with the Lucian down bot and giving up those 6 grubs, but Isma
He's going to turn this into engage, actually, as well. Embraces the chains as he goes golden, at least with the ultimate coming through. There's a return from Juhan. Isma dies. Niski doesn't have enough damage. It's an Azir in the early game with Mercs and a recurve bow. He gets charmed up, and Luon's ulti at max range won't hit Juhan anyway. Jackie's hits from range himself as Rahel. Now that's the damage that SK needed. He can't
actually moves second. So Lucian makes it first, Rahel, and he finds the one shot, and exactly the person you want the gold to get the gold. Gets the gold.
Did Ignar flash like next to the spot and just got Aqua Prison? I think he did. That wasn't the best flash, and Luon just gets a free Q. Yeah. And with that kill as well going on to Rahel, I mean, it's looking great. SK as well denying the 6 grubs. 3 apiece now. I think you were saying this morning it's rare to see that as Giant are going to teleport down bot. But this is for the Antonio to try and find something with a wave pushing in.
This should be a dead irrelevant on my screen. He can get dove and read over if he wants to.
Lightning charge from Patrick at least helps out. The all out there to buy space, but the Antonio flashes away before he takes an extra turret shot, picks up a second. Couldn't. I mean, I'm saying the Antonio because he's got his ult and he's level 11 here. Irrelevant as he walks up with his ulti in hand, won't have the same impact, and Smite secures the Herald as they look for the charge. A one-man ulti gets knocked up. Juhan in return finds one, but a lot burned here from picked up by Jackie's, who we know is going to sit in the side lane. Maybe doesn't lead to first turret blood. We thought it could, and
Jackie's there.
It's really nice. I mean, again, first turret blood does go over to SK, so they catch up in gold a bit, but Jackie's now trades in the side lane, and
so this Herald gonna secure them prio into the river as well as a charge onto mid lane turret. That could convert into third dragon here.
Oh, it converts into a fight instead. Ignar steps up, he's dead. What a bubble. The setup from Luon, and the counterplay massive is flashing forward for Isma to get the flail out, and Jackie's to sorts luckily, but Giant have lost a member again, and stepping forward, Juhan is caught out. He flashes but gets shuffled all the same. Niski is as smooth as you'd like, and the equalizer coming out later.
But yeah, that's third dragon denied from the side of SK, and you could see the item discrepancy, right? 2 items for the Lucian, and not quite the same.
It's okay. Last time I was allowed the teleprompter, I drew a smiley face, and ever since I have been distanced from it. Mid turret opens up as well. Giant X back towards about 1,000 for now. Antonio, all timing is great. Niski gets flashed on and solo kill. Okay, Antonio.
It's exactly what they're going to do. But you can see Azir, I just don't think Niski can match side lane at the moment.
Doesn't look like it has. No dragon up here on the bottom side of the map, and remember, it's just Baron sitting there, so SK on the right side for now. Culling going to come through. Juhan interrupts it though. Equalizer layered down perfectly. Patrick ultis over the side. Luon zones him out though, and Irrelevant hasn't died yet as Patrick has to flash on out of there. No kill has been achieved apart from Juhan dropping on down. SK sit as 5, and as low as it is, they still stand strong.
Giga Antonio isn't enough. They tried to layer the Rumble on top of the Vial and the Rakanal as well, thinking that
using this Lucian to try and set themselves up for the Dragon stacking.
They see him.
TP, yeah, they do indeed. Niski spots him. The Antonio came in a bit early. He equalizes. Juhan trying to recover as well, but Rahel still isn't dead. They're using everything to kill him, and Jackie's finally completes the task, but SK are running forward with all their might, and Isma cannot be stopped, especially with a strange feathery man. Ignar chased to his death, and even though...
Regardless though, Dragon going to be over to SK, and another winning fight. You just feel like SK in this mid game are getting the better of them. Take a look at this.
For a while. No Dragon for a while means all attention turns up towards the north. Niski ultis up, and it's Patrick caught out only the tip of the trade. To at least get some gold back, but Baron and a pick on Patrick. His first death in the game. A small opening, and SK exploited.
This is always the cope trade that you make. You always say, guys, let's take it as much as possible. They could even drop Equalizer down on the wave to defend it as well. But you just give up everything versus this one. Oh,
look,
no.
I thought he was the one TPing. It's absolutely wrong from me. Teleport burned in front of their face. Giant X, if that's Sven, it's over.
But the long con flank is coming. They do have an Azir tower. This is not a good flank, I don't think. Unless they need the one-shot. Juhan, he can get turned on.
Through Juhan, not spotted out in the brush, but Isma's the one face-checking. This Porky Pig doesn't care. The knockup comes through, though, from Ignar, but going golden, they buy some time. It's onto Irrelevant, too. Happy to buy it out. The equalizer and the choke is still good. Niski's ulti is not an over the wall. Antonio is cooking him alive. Niski still burning for his death. It somehow works for Giant X, and Niski just has to get on out. Jackie's looking for the chasers. Irrelevant now stuck in the middle. The all-out over the wall to try and find Jackie's, and he does. It's Kazate moment. Irrelevant out for the pieces. Now Antonio comes through, but he's not even needed. Juhan cleans that kill up, and Dragon now exposed. Giant X, the resilience is there.
What a nice engage from Ignat. Now they're still looking at SK.
It's not done, is it? It's really not done. Flash and Ignite still up to try and steal a Dragon. They won't succeed. Acro Prison not there. We're getting a lot of bursts. We need to watch about things like Ignite. The quickness gets popped up again. The ulti comes through. It's onto Luon. They find the support. Now there's no Baron here. Two, Isma has to run away a little bit, and are they thinking about starting the Baron? Giant X are throwing the spanner.
I'm so surprised that SK didn't take...
Jackies does it. Luon's dead. Made me scream, wow. God, LeBlanc. What setup there? Numbers advantage now given out, and SK are walking in.
Numbers advantage. They could find the engage. Ignat is on the flank.
He's got flash as well. Aragon, he has flash, and Baron here might just be a bait, a ruse. Are they going to 50-50? Isma throws out the ulti. Juhan runs on in. Antonio shuffled away, but he goes Golden's quickness. Buys him a bit of time, but it's on to tanks. Antonio has to flash away. Niski is the damage dealer with Rahel. They're now playing it front to back. No! Giant X, you're giving it to them. SK have been set up to walk only. Result point as well. Jackie's once again trying to be a ninja. Over the wall! Oh my god!
Really depends on how well Niski and Rahel can play safe. As
Execution like this, Juhan walking in, Niski finds him! Jungler down, I mean, is he going to? The tidal wave follows through, they need the damage eventually, they're finding the quickness there as well. The equalizer makes the play turn around. Niski goes golden to buy himself some time, but as the redemption comes through, he's still alive! Juhan had no stake from the new member. Remember, Peach died for this, and for Juhan change as well. Look for SK with Baron as they push in through this inner turret. Now they might have a chance to break the base in another direction. The last Baron buff was what got them close. This should do the job with Niski's damage and conversion on turrets. Absolutely massive. And Jackie's, as he comes over the wall, he can only find Irrelevant, which does nothing.
Yeah, only going to break the K-Nick as the flank comes in from Juhan. Now, does he pull the trigger? I don't think it's possible.
Rahel runs into him. That Lucian find it, and look at the sustain with Bloodthirster and a fish as your support. It's easy as that, and Niski flies on in. The quickness is there. Ignat tries to buy time himself, but Niski going golden on an equalizer has to flash away. The ulti thrown out from Isma as well as Jackie still finds a kill. The flank is there from Juhan as well, buying time as Niski goes on in, re-engages but doesn't find the kill. Giant X defends successfully. Bottom side of Rahel is running forward. Culling comes through, but the angle's all wrong. Ignat gets on out as Isma thinks about going over the wall. Jackie's runs in, but he can't deny it.
Anything he wants. I think this might be rough. This might be a really tough base defense.
Okay, let's see how they handle it. There you go, Hexed Exalt chains through Juhan's damage, and the poke from Rahel was too much. Now onto the Nexus turret. He steps forward with a rapid fire cannon, and for SK it's been so hard done as Ignat tries for the miracle flank, but now onto the tank. It means nothing. At least Luon dies though, giving Giant X another window to shine. Jackie's at half HP, threatens the advancement as Niski tries to stand his ground, with SK now looking for another way.
The flank on the side. The Nami is down, so no bonus damage for Rahel
he
here.
has no equalizer. He's in the heat zone. I mean, he's in the danger zone. Juhan is looking for a target over the wall. Patrick is there as well. Relevant doesn't care. The Antonio is running into Isma. He goes golden, which is great. Irrelevant though. Drags over Patrick. And Cassandre almost does it. But meanwhile, Ignat jumps on in. The problem is that Niski is still alive. Rahel is still alive. And SK's chances at 3-0 are still pretty much alive.
And it's just too much. The scaling in the front to back is just too much. They had such a nice fight with the Charm dragging Nami over the equalizer, but even 4 versus 5 versus this Soul is too much.
And we've got to start bringing the discussion to light. The new bot lane of SK. How far can it take them? That's 3-0 on the first week of the LEC. SK are playing their damn heart out.
And I think I'm just going to say they look like the
best. Something like the cannon probably is a little smaller, makes more sense, works perfectly with Vi, with Varus as well. You have all these, you know, champions that can simply engage together with their ults. It makes the team fighting most, while G2 can just hammer away on the turret. Already 2 plays secured for themselves, and sure, G2 a small advantage in the bot lane, but still avoiding that laning phase for a while. Still, wait. My eyes were like deceiving me. I saw this hamster running directly towards
He's dead again.
Medic.
Okay, well, positives. He held onto his flash.
It's a tactical death.
Yeah.
He's giving BDS false confidence right now.
Oh, Nuke pulled back here by the Grasping Maw. Cap's going to take a bit of damage as well. Mickey looking for the trade. Caps with a bit of a shield. Nuke has the flash. Can he jump away? Yike on his way can follow with the Vault Breaker flash here. Nuke holds it. Flash is just in time. Caps though with another Grasping Maw is enough. As Caps takes the kill in mid. 2 for 1 at the exchange.
I love how this looked like a completely controlled, normal lane swap situation for a while, and then within 1 minute, everything just turned to complete chaos. I absolutely love it. Oh, Shio looking for the play on Caps.
But Caps is going to survive for a moment. Nuke comes in, explosive shot, another auto. Is that enough? It's 120 health you have to get through. It's not enough. Caps survives. Sheo goes down.
Giving himself a very late recall, and Shio just being there right away to punish. Also worth noting that while there's 2 kills on either side, on BDS they got both in the support. On G2, well, you have it on your main man right now.
It looks like G2 actually just giving up the ghost on these. They have Hansama and Mickey down towards that bottom side. Mickey shadowing Hansama to make sure he was safe, farming up the minions under the turret. Ice resets, he's going to open through the top lane. Looks like it might just be a play towards Broken Blade, try and put him behind him.
But they're slowly getting some form of control back.
The other downside
they do need to be aware of TP flanks from Gragas.
TP flanks, 100% agree with you, but also BDS only needed 1. They already have the might spawning. If they can get 6, obviously that's a bonus, but just getting 1 was enough to get them over that 4 mark. Now, it looks like they will be able to claim 5 of them. G2 still 1 away, which is probably what their intention was after they'd lost that first.
In their jungle, that led to them being afraid of going for the play, but let's see.
Weaver's wall down, Hansama has to flash away from the seismic shove. Bailout not used yet. There it comes. Exhaust onto Hansama. Cleanse away. Mickey flashes away from it as well. Sheo locked up with the cease and desist. Lavrov trying to turn it back onto Hansama. Sheo the first to fall. Hansama low as well. He has the bailout. Yike falling though. As Ice finds 2 and he's looking for 3. Get excited, BDS. Lethality route. And we'll see how effective it is as the game goes on. Drake up. And Mickey caught out. No flash on him, no hope for him to survive. Sheo takes the kill. Instead, they just secure the objective. BDS, 1.5k ahead here. Making good plays.
Squishies on the enemy side. But of course, it's not always going to be easy to power through the Gragas and the Rel, so often we need to keep an eye out for TP wards.
Damage above, Hex flashes forward, has the Demolish, can get his way through this tower. The Rift Herald was secured by BDS. They might even just look for an in-him tower shaped ceiling at the top of the LEC.
I really like the macro right here from BDS. Essentially going to tell G2 that you can have Dragon if you want, but if you do, we're going to take your mid turret and we might even potentially threaten tier 2.
I mean, they don't even get the mid tower though. BDS a little bit odds and ends as the Rift Herald did come down, chunks it out a little bit. Hansama here on the front line. There's the spiraling despair on Sheo. Magnustorm comes in, Super Mega Death will find one as Caps falls first. The bailout coming out as the tower falls. Berserk onto Ice, he has to cleanse. Yike dashes in with the cease and desist and the Vault Breaker and he finds 2, but he gets taken out by Ice once again. Adam finds a good flank position as he finds another. Mickey forced away and all the time, Nuke has been pushing in top.
Ultimately, good macro from BDS. A little bit undecisive on the play, but despite that...
We will know that ward was placed very recently because of the timer on it. Broken Blade realizes Lavrov was waiting in the bush. He takes the Scryer's Bloom on his way out, but Lavrov's going to get chased down by Broken Blade. Slicing Maelstrom used as well. BDS have started up the Baron. Yike looking for that steal. Caps coming in from the side as well, and Mickey's there to join the fray. Lavrov keeping Broken Blade at bay with the exhaust going down. There's the bailout, hits onto Adam. The smite comes out from Sheo. Lavrov somehow still alive. Towards the top side, eventually goes down, but BDS will sacrifice their Rel, their knight in shining armor. Now with the Baron for the next 2.5 minutes. Super Mega Death Rocket won't secure the Drake. 2 now to G2. BDS on. Expect that to explode to about 1.5k or so as they take these 2 objectives.
Right now it's a tricky position for G2. They will eventually have to look for an engage.
But G2 is, if you don't pull the trigger, you have double AD carries working their way through these towers, right? Spiraling Despair down on Sheo. He's down to half HP, but already the turret's gone. BB's still pushing in the top lane. Looking for that flank TP. It's still a possibility. Has the flash, has the slicing Maelstrom. First inhibitor falls as Ice steps up and Yike dashes back. BDS will get their second in here, but now G2 very much in the hole. 5k down, double inhibs have fallen. 2 on the back foot, but we've seen them knocked to the mat so many times. They continue to get up. There's the Weaver's wall. Sheo separates. Hansama still has the flash. There's the TP immediately by Broken Blade. He's looking for the flank of the season assist on Ice. There's the slicing Maelstrom as well. Broken Blade pops the stopwatch, but Ice is able to get out of the slicing Maelstrom and now can start to open up. Nuke low. Adam 2. Ice tries to trade back in already. Sheo has fallen. Cap still on the chase. The damage from him is superb. The flank as well from Yike. Doesn't have that cease and desist, but can look to corral BDS into a much trickier situation. Cap's low on mana. Lavrov for him on the Tristana. He already has 3 items complete. G2 look for an opportunity. They lock up Adam. Explosive cask a possibility. Uses it just to disengage. Takes a chunk though.
Me too.
Anyways, pulled back to the handshake. feared up as well. LeBron might just die. Spiraling despair. Despair it is for B. They cleared out behind him. Yes, no wards for G2 there. Broken Blade does have a teleport and will be looking for that flank position. Hans Summer puts a chunk down onto Nuke. There's a TP to the top side. The Baron was down to 6,000, but now heals up rapidly. G2 will restart it. They'll hold the aggro for now. Recall coming out from Nuke. He's got a teleport to rejoin the battle if he so desires. The Baron down to 8,000 as G2 start to melt through it. Sheo nowhere near this. The TP comes in, but that Baron's already down to 2,000 HP, and Sheo is dancing on the other side of the wall. The Baron secured by G2, flash away by Yike. Mickey might be sacrificed, but I'm pretty sure G2 will be damn happy with that. Mickey falls, G2 get out. Lebrov's still trying to chase forward. Spiraling despair on him as Nuke gets the flank, but he's 1v4 right now. Cease and desist goes in as Nuke is locked up for a second, slicing Maelstrom as well, and Nuke is atomized. Sheo has to pop the stopwatch to survive the onslaught from Caps, and G2 find one in response. Sheo dodges to the side of the Severing Bolt. The piercing arrow just tickles his heels, but doesn't quite land. Severing Bolt short again as BDS these inhibitors once again. I don't think G2 will be able to answer in time. The question is, I mean, do you send someone back and then try and respond? You have the Baron empowered recalls. I was wondering if they just go for an all-out push through bot. That's what Broken Blade's doing. Caps retreats. Yike looks for a flank position. BDS get double inhibs. Broken Blade gets a 1. Adam has a TP, but G2 are going to try and stop the ports to make sure that Broken Blade has a bit of time with this Nexus tower. The recalls begin. I think Broken Blade will realize there's the TP from Adam. Should back away as that TP completes. Instead, he stays, gets one Nexus tower, pops the slicing Maelstrom, but no one has to get close enough to be locked up in it. Broken Blade will sacrifice his life for 2
Team fighting comp. You need to make sure you don't get TP flanked first and foremost.
Oh, that was a great Buster shot. Nuke steps back into the stun, but the stopwatch from Broken Blade will only buy him a second. It's being started by BDS. Double AD carries on it now, and that is going to melt. G2 not contesting. There's the Baron. BDS get it. 40 for the handshake. Adam forces them away with a cask for the moment. The Drake already taken by BDS as G2 try and get in position. The Weavers will separate them, and Mickey's on the wrong side of it. A great route with the Chain of Corruption means that Sheo has to pop the stopwatch bailout coming out as well, and Sheo will flash away from it. Nuke dodges away from the hostile takeover. Sheo parts up towards this top side. Now BDS,
they got a bot wave.
Yeah, they do have a great wave here to continue to push in. G2 have to try and respond. There's Caps TP immediately. Lebrov coming in as well. Broken Blade looking for that flank. Caps comes in, is hit by the Zap. Nuke opens up on the turret. Crushing Maw is dodged, and the tower melts like butter as BDS continue to push forward. And there's the redemption to heal up. G2 don't have the time to get back to the fountain and rejuvenate those health bars. The mid lane inhibitor, the first target for BDS. They'll get it. Ice gets excited, starts to step forward, steps away from the handshake. BDS get another inhib. Ice will get a little bit more excited as now the Nexus tower is the target. You can see the Bolt Breaker charged up by Yike. Another turret will fall. It's the Nexus, the first one to go down. The second, though, as Ice just dances around. Explosive cast coming out as Caps has to pop the stopwatch. He tries to flash in. The slicing Maelstrom gets on the backline, but Nuke again with a good buster shot will stop them in their tracks. Cease and desist on Ice will not be enough. He still has that Angel sitting on his shoulder. And once again, BDS clean up, and they take down G2.
What a fantastic game, really. So much back and forth, so many cool...
Camille will always beat out the Cassante. There it is, locked in. Kana with a little bit more agency in this game. More potential to really state his claim on top lane here in Europe. I think he can do it, but he can't, as Kana here on the receiving end of a bit of a battering from Finn. But Finn has already lost about half his HP in extended trades. Closes on his way up. Finn has the all-out, obviously a get-out-of-jail-free card in certain situations. There it goes, though, and now he's lost that card. Closes on his way. Kana jumps back in. Hextech Ultimate will lock him up. Good Q3, but it's not enough to escape First Blood to Closer.
And just like that, all of a sudden, such a good jungle path. You're one step ahead the first 7 minutes of the game, just for your silly top laner to overextend, hand over a kill, and all of a sudden,
Talked about the pick potential of an Enchanted Crystal Arrow.
That's a sneaky arrow.
Yeah, it's a very nice arrow. Of course, Tooth doesn't have it yet, and Upset yet to finish his first item as well. So Rogue will get the second dragon of the game, as I think Carmine Core are just playing very defensively right now. Makes sense when it comes to composition, makes sense when it comes to what they want to do, makes sense when Kana is developing this massive lead by himself as well. Only had one gank from Closer to really help rocket him into this position. The question is whether Carmine Core can stall for long enough or even find picks as Larssen dashes forward, has the Mimic Distortion, doesn't use it, may have already used the Mimic, flashes. There's the Emperor's Divide, Larssen Mimic distorts away. And here comes Upset on his way. There's the Moonlight Vigil, Larssen dashes across the wall, closes on his way for the chase as well. They want to give this kill to Upset, get the gold in his pocket. And in the end, it will do. Larssen dashes in, but Upset secures one of the better souls to secure. And our second Cloud Soul of our casting duo today. Riftel's chains don't quite connect from Larssen.
And right now we see the trades back and forth in top lane. Finn actually going for the all-in here on counter medic.
Yeah, goes for the all-out. The arrow hits as well. Come on form. The green Carmine Core claim control
TP
over
flank.
the Dragon. TP flank as you say. Finn yet to TP. Engaged by Targa. Flashes away. TP in by Finn. Kana looking for that flank position. Hexagolden made him a possibility. The arrow lands on Upset a bit. Immediately he cleanses it away. The Drake secured. It's Vladdy who gets it. The hook going in as Finn is locked up. Larssen looking for the damage, but Finn with a Pathmaker on the backline. Hexagolden made him immediately exhausted as Kana dives in. Finn somehow still alive. Now taken out by
The second item. Look at the mid lane item gap. It's huge. This is your moment to strike.
And the minions take it.
strike.
Larssen has a bit of free time with the bot lane tower to take one of his own. 2 items as well on comp lane tower, so Carmine Core should be able to get... I mean, they're still going to get it. You've slowed him down for like 3 seconds. But the arrow continues to hit. A Robin Hood joke with comp's name. And it started to come out, and then I realized it was awful, so I'm just going to say comp.
Let's just move on.
Just have to avoid comp's
happens.
arrows.
Casey has started it. Larssen actually decides to stay top, pushes out another wave. They end up giving Dragon
Cross as well, doesn't have a control ward, does have a far side alteration, puts the soldier in the pit, and will Rogue stick on it? 2,000 on it, closer dashes in, Vladdy gets it for the second time this game! Vladdy the...
Oh, that killed me a little bit. Imagine 50-15 Baron after all this time. I just said 2 minutes ago we need them to be proactive. We need them to showcase us they know how to use a lead, and they do that, Medic. On the other hand, of course, Carmine Corp, Takema wasn't base. Vladdy appeared with a ward, and him and Closer were able to burst it down and secure it together. And again,
Court, 4 members strong in this bot lane. Rogue, they're nowhere near their turret. The hook goes down onto Finn. Pathmaker's out. Marcoon burrows in. Moonlight Vigil takes a chunk, but that's the tower falling. Carmine Corp get their 4th using their time as well in the bot lane. 50 seconds remain on the Baron, already 4,500 gold out of it. And they're on their way towards their 2nd win of summer in only the 1st week. Matching the wins they picked in winter and spring. Zoe dashing in, Targamas looking for the root, staggering blows not in range. Glacial Fisher going down, but Upset very safe on the backline here. And Upset begins to open up. Red, white, let's fight, switches to green. And Finn has to dash away, but the go button has been pressed. But Carmine Core, as they'll take their 2nd tier 2 of this Baron power play.
and that right there was a Rek'Sai for a moment thinking he was actually the one playing Sejuani, going forward very aggressively. But
Larssen gets Vladdy. Good pick on the rotation there by Vladdy. Finds one. Gets Vladdy's flash out as well, but Carmine Core used the time to push in the inhibitor tower and the inhibitor as well in the bottom lane. Baron falls off. Kana stays around for a second. The hook on Zoe, knocked back with the Intofos, but Zoe is now in no man's land. He's buried under it. Upset. Or some sort of CC follow-up. There's the arrow on Kana, who tried to dash away with a hookshot wall dive. Hexagolden Maiden coming out as well, but the Ethereal Chains will lock him up for the moment. Down to about half HP. The stack's not going to be enough to shield him up as Comp finds kill. Or top laner. Rogue will get the pressure in mid to kick us off. Closer stepping in. Zoe dashes forward. The arrow only lands onto Targamas. Redemption coming out as well as Larssen tries to dive in, but Vladdy locks him up. Marcoon on the back line goes in with the Praise Seeker, but it's not enough. Targamas down to half HP, but Larssen short to follow to the grave. Marcoon and Larssen already down. Zoe locked up in the Hexagolden Maiden. Moonlight Vigil goes wide, but Vladdy gets a second of the fight. Finn dashing forward, but they just don't have the damage to get through Carmine Core. It's a triple for Vladdy, and earlier we said maybe it's a statement game for Larssen. Well, Vladdy had other ideas. 4-2-2.
We saw it right here from KC once again. They're so good at playing from behind, so good at being reactive, and the fact that Rogue was never able to get more than a 1.5k gold lead, being in the position they were in, means that KC is to be feared this split.
Yeah, 2 wins in a week for Carmine Core. And for the first time ever, I will say these words. Carmine Core defeat Rogue in the LEC. And they're having their fun with it as Marcoon and Zoelise respawn. But the Nexus falls and Carmine Core are 2-1.
Great game to watch. Great performances across.
From the equalizer, jump in. Jinx lock, so it's Varus mid lane for Fresskowy.
No, top lane.
Top lane Varus?
Top lane Varus into Rumble.
Oh, true. I hadn't even, sorry. We saw a couple of trades in the bot lane, a slight CS lead for Super and Alvaro. 15 CS to only 9. Now Trimby locked up for a second. Death charge, Dredgeline coming out, but Trimby has the flash. Super flashes in, and just in time we look to the bot lane as empty as well. Alvaro trying to join up here. He doesn't know. Now he does, as Trimby steps out. Spectral Maul for the stun. Dredgeline going in as well. Unbreakable Wonder has to walk through the tower to get hit. Flash Vault Breaker, and Trimby's only level 2. There's one. Alvaro able to flash away, but the dash in by Jankos gets him one. Now he resets. Unbreakable down, and Mirwin will fall with it as well. Spyro joins the battle as Heretics find 2 kills. Fresskowy TP'd in, but is he going to be able to survive under this tower? Leo is trying to rejoin the action. Jankos has that Spectral Maul, but doesn't have a flash, and so dashes out. Heretics able to get quite a lot out of that top lane play.
He's just going to continue farming for level 6, make his way to bot side, use his winning bot lane to then set up for Dragon.
Fresskowy has the flash. Dredgeline, Trimby, flashed away by Fresskowy, had to do it. Trimby waited, and Fresskowy has to burn the summoner. Jankos on the grubs already. As we said, Wonder can basically game fire whenever he wants in that top side, just lay an equalizer down, and Mirwin doesn't have
Look at
flash.
Elioya though.
Elioya's working his way up
Sneaky
here.
jungler.
Wonder
no flash, Varus ult is available.
Jankos on his way, no level 6 for him yet. He's about a third of a level away from it. Stands in the control ward. Now, MDK obviously know the grubs have just been taken, so can kind of presume that Jankos is in the area. Elioya spotted first, hits 6 off the wave though, has that cease and desist. Immediately jumps onto Wonder, who can't get the equalizer down in time. Jankos trying to trade back in the super, that rocket just wide! But MDK find 2 in the top.
Helps Wonder push out. They now know that Mirwin most likely will not have backup, and still has no flash available, so they go for another play.
Yeah, Mirwin's dead here. Equalizer, Heartbreaker, and Jankos dies! I think he could have just waited for the burn. Maybe a bit overeager from Jankos to make sure they secured that kill. Maybe not quite had the right timer on the...
What's coming, because nobody is ready to react. Jankos is moving towards top from base, but he's going to be way too late.
There's initial CC into the stun, into the Unbreakable, and once again, Wonder doesn't have the chance to equal. But if Wonder can't push in top lane because he's behind against this experimental Hexplate Varus, by the way, then who's getting the pressure? In the mid lane, Talia's able to neutralize Corky's push. In the bot lane, Jinx is getting the push into the Jhin every day of the week.
Already up at 12 minutes is really impressive, but again, we saw something similar last game. Rogue were not able to be proactive. They couldn't push the advantage. Can MDK?
Well, they're doing exactly that as they take down Trimby in the mid lane. Bottom side of the map. Vault Breaker away by Elioya. Super still rattling away on that tower. Seismic shove, cease and desist. The point and click sends Jankos to
play together, while Trimby and Jankos are usually at different plays and have different ideas in mind. And this is one thing that's so key. You can be king of the jungle all you want, but if your teammates are not there with you to set you up for success, you will not be able to do much.
Yeah. And with Super so far ahead, MDK very much set up for success in this game. They'll take the first tower, Chain of Corruption going down. Mirwin gonna try and rattle away at Wonder here. That experimental Hexplate giving you all that extra attack speed. He thinks he has, and not quite. Equalizer down, the barrier from Mirwin. Even with the Arcane Comment, I'm pretty sure that Varus survives through the play.
Wow, that Varus is pretty strong. I want to go home playing some top lane Varus now. Wow.
I mean, I look through builds. You can just build whatever you want on him, man. Like, I've got a Nash's, Ginsu's, a bit bonus attack speed and 15% bonus movement speed for 8 seconds. So it's just all stats that Varus likes. Very similar to Radiant Virtue was. You know, just it makes you tanky, puts out extra damage. Very powerful for the Varus in top, and Mirwin showing just how powerful it can be. 4-2-1 in this game. But really, although we haven't talked about it much, Super is the man to look at. As right now it's Alvaro who's caught out, Glacial Fisher going down, Jankos takes the kill, but Super 2.4k ahead on this Jinx.
That's the synergy though. The moment Trimby and Jankos group, great things start happening. You heard it here, everybody. If your support, Roam, group with your junglers, and then beautiful, beautiful plays will come out of it. As you just said, Super does have a massive goal.
And just slams his face into the turret. The Weaver's wall down. Survivor on the wrong side of it, but can Valkyrie across. There's the tower falling. MDK take their third of the game.
It's
a
something.
2-1. It's true.
better than nothing.
It's a little bit of gold.
You have the choice between going to Dragon and getting aced, or taking a top tier 1. I would like to think they made the right choice.
They're looking for more. It's Foscawi tries to flash away, but the equalizer's down. Seraph's shield won't be enough to keep him alive. Jankos gets out as well. It's a tier 1. Jankos still has that Kraken Slayer building up towards his next item. Hook onto Alvaro. The mind control strong today, it seems. Depth charge onto Super as well. Flash away by Alvaro into the locket, but he's going to go down first. Blackhead takes
on the Jinx as well. Soon it's going to be very, very difficult for Team Heretics to deal with. Currently just sitting, farming mid waves until he gets to that point, and of course with 1 minute and 30 seconds till the Dragon, there's still a little bit of time.
Wonder has flash, has the equalizer, and Lyoya waiting, equalizer down onto Foscawi. Wonder pops the stopwatch. Trimby coming in as quickly as he can. Seismic shove, cease and desist, but Wonder still living, and Lyoya now the target. Heretics start to collapse. Death charge on the backline as well as Foscawi has to make his way out of here. No flash for him right now, but a good knock back with the Seismic. Flacker going in. MDK in the darkness. Where's Mirwin? Wonder will spot him. Chain of corruption going down. Wonder puts the flame spitter out as well, but Wonder's the first to fall. Curtain calls open up. Alvaro try and play for that mid-tier 1, but with Foscawi in the way, it's a very difficult proposition. Trimby, depth charge up as well as they look for the chase. The hook flashed away from, but Wonder wants his vengeance as he comes in with a flame spitter, and Mirwin has no place to go. Stopwatch to buy a second, and Mirwin survives for quite a while. Equalizer down from Wonder. He's going to be locked up. Will Heretics look for more? Super gets excited as he manages to pick up the road, jumps into block. Still 7,000 HP on the Hex Drake. Mirwin takes another shot. Dredgeline coming in, and Mirwin's down.
Big.
And once again, he's bent the bullet. Blackhead doing his full wanted impression here as he manages to curve it around Alvaro. The dive in by Lyoya, but it's Wonder that secures the Drake. Can Super have the time to open up? He's found one. Begins to get excited as Jankos jumps into the back of the pit. The setup from MDK, they have total vision control really. There's only one ward as Trimby steps in. Concussive blows will lock him up. There's the equalizer onto the back line. The locket, Trimby still hit with the Winter's Bite, and the arrow through his heart will spell his death. Now MDK start up the Baron. Heretics doesn't have an equalizer, do have a curtain call. The open on it, they got enough vision. Alvaro at a third HP. Mirwin on the front line. Foscawi there as well, stunned up with a Spectral Maw. Curtains open, could go for Alvaro, who steps forward. Super on a killing spree though as he finds one. Now he's going to look for the resets to get towards the back line of the season assist. Lyoya trying to get in. They'll take down Blackhead, and it's only Wonder
That's
left.
the Jinx.
A quadra for Super as MDK finally realize who the real carry is.
And just like that, the game is gonna end Medic. Only Trimby is gonna come back alive to try to save his Nexus, but at this point, being 32 minutes in, the death timers are so long that there's gonna be nothing Heretics can do. I really like the turn here from MDK. They were so quick at just getting off the Baron despite it being low, turning on Heretics and giving them no chance to win the fight.
And the crowd erupts for the first time this weekend. Koi have vamoosed as MDK secure their first win of summer.
What a beautiful finish to the game. The one fight where they finally set up the Jinx, where